here. Audio. Okay, so we are doing a quick impromptu VOD review of sensors and gruice. Let me do this. All right, cool. So sensors and gruice are playing as a duo only in BLGS, which I totally respect. It's like both good for content and like fucking just cool, I think, you know? I think some people will complain. They're like, oh, they're taking the spot of a full team who wants to do well or something like that. But first of all, this is open qualifiers. So if you lose to a duo, that's a skill issue. You know, it's that simple. If this duo gets into quarterfinals and then semifinals, and you don't, that's 100% a skill issue. Let's see here. Look like this is ranked gameplay. It looks like he watched some of my VODs. Is this what this is? Oh wait, so they already yeah, he already did watch um I'm so confused. He's already watched my hold on. Let me message him right now. The fuck? Um I'm watching your VOD and my VOD review is in your VOD. I think um I'm so confused. Yeah, this is my old VOD review. The reason I'm doing this VOD review is because he said Gruick wasn't able to see the previous VOD. This is just the pubs. BLGS with Gruick. 10-minute delay. Oblivion. Hey, it's Oblivion. I like Oblivion. This has to be pubs, right? Because he's playing music. I don't think Sensors is going to play music during the middle of BLGS. Yeah, it's trios. Where is Gruick? I'm looking for Gruick. I'm very confused. I thought they didn't make it today too. I don't see any BLGS footage in here. I think he's capping. What the fuck? BLGS. This one says warming up for BLGS. This is 4 hours. BLGS is long, so I don't know what's currently happening. I think he just sent me the wrong link. Um, This might be the right link. Anybody in chat know? Pandas, what's up? I think it's yeah, because it has Hide in it, and then a bunch of rollers from console. Let me see if he's gonna send me the right one. Yeah, this is the right one. Okay. Okay, that took forever. Yeah, this is the right one. Okay. Okay. That's funny. Okay, so let's just see where
Houseman
they
over
land
there.
first. Let's see where they land. I need to go to 7-Eleven to grab some drinks. Okay, so first of all, the first thing that you notice, right, even before the lobby opens, is that your lobby is half full, which means like your placement is free, and so you should be like looking for kills. I think your legend comp does not have scans at all, which is kind of unfortunate, but like you're a duo, so I've never really coached a duo in a game before. Um, there's like actually a lot of ways you could approach this, and I'm not against it. I think it's cool as fuck. Yeah, I'm definitely not against it. Um, I would have liked to see some sort of scanning legend, both for fight potential and for info gathering for macro, right? You have no macro potential at all that's obvious in your legend comp. So, um, yeah, and if you had some sort of scan, you could have seen where everybody was. You could have had a man scan to see where everybody was, and then you could just kill them, right? If I were you guys, I would just like look for those kinds of kills. And also the fact that you're a duo that's running, the most um like insane comp, which is fucking awesome. I say insane as in cool, you know? Like this comp is crazy, right? So people are going to see your comp and then know that you're a duo. So those are the first two things in mind. One, you have like you have half the lobby that's full. So they're going to be looking for kills and you're going to be looking for kills, right? And they should be looking for kills. This is also BLGS day one. So a lot of people will have seen ALGS and they think they have to play a certain way and they're noobs. And so like the skill level on day one is like just huge between like good players and bad players. But some of the good players will see your legend comp and they will take advantage of that. So keep that in mind. It's very risky playing this way. And also you just don't have any macro information. Both you have macro information for ring scans with Alter, but you have to wait until you get her blue and then you're sacrificing one of her blues for that ring scan, which is fine. But then you don't have um you don't have a man scan at all for information. So I would suggest some sort of scan in the future, and you guys can figure that out on your own. You know, like the obvious one is Valk for macro rotations, but the thing is, though, since you guys are fighting all the time, I might like go with like fucking Seer or somebody, or even Crypto. Um, But the thing is, that crypto is too slow. Like crypto, I would suggest for a trio, but as a duo, maybe hound even. I don't know. Something that gives you both an advantage, like a significant advantage in fights, but also gives you man scan. Like Pathy is honestly a good one as well, but you have to wait until you get blue to get him. So if you do, because he has man scan as well. So if you get man scan with Pathy, that gives you fight potential in 2v3s. His hitbox is larger than normal for obvious reasons. And um, yeah, so if you are going to try to focus on man scan fighting, With Pathy, you do have to try to get your Evo cash right away. And again, you are a duo. So in BLGS, in the chat, it's only in the chat you say where you're going to land. Um, so if you type in chat where you're going to land, you don't have to, by the way. But if you type in chat where you are landing, people will see where you are landing and they will see that you are free KP. Okay. So keep that in mind as well. So these are just all factors that I want you to keep in mind in your decision making. This is all before the game even starts. This is all macro shit. So we're doing Octane, I think. What's this? Oh, Octane and Alter. I forgot about that. Yeah, this is all right. Cool. Whatever. Just swag points for sure. All right. So we land Monument. Let's see if anybody lands with you. You land center of map. I think it's weird that you guys land center of map on as a duo for edge comp, right? It gives you a little bit of options, right? It buys you a little bit of time and it gives you flexibility for rotations. I get that. So like frag monument, not terrible, especially with like a half lobby like this. But the first thing I do is just like I would focus on getting your fucking shields up. Like, who gives a fuck about the loot? Like, yeah, sure, loot sort of matters, you know? But like before the loot or anything like that, I would really, really focus on getting yeah, getting your shields up. So that needs to be like a priority. Also, when you're flying in, one of the first things you should do before you even land is see who has who has like ring scan and man scan, right? Again, you are a duo, so people are going to be looking out for you. The people with man scan are going to be 10 times more of a threat to you than if you were a trio, right? And also you guys might get like late landed contested. So that's one threat. Like one is getting contested. Two is you guys aren't looking around. You should be looking around to see if anybody is like trying to contest you. Like when you're flying in here, you're not looking around at all. I think Gruick is actually, so that's good. Let me hear that.
Is there a team going there?
Okay, I was wrong. I was wrong. Okay, so you guys did that.
Man, we could go.
Oh, you guys were looking for where? Okay, so you guys were looking for where people are landing. Make sure that people are landing. Make sure people aren't landing next to you, and you have some sort of plan if they do. You do have ring scan, which is fine. That's worth 350 points, right? Sorry, not 350 points. It's 100 points, right? Um, and then Evo cache in spawns and fragment and monument aren't that great because a lot of them are open space. Um, so not great. Okay, so because you don't have a scanning legend, you don't get to see where the man scans are on the map, which is unfortunate. I think that's such a stupid mechanic and like just a huge oversight. Anyways, um, it's a game design oversight. So yeah, that sucks. If you had a scanning
Siphon.
legend, you would
It's too late.
definitely be able to see who has Manscan. Manscan's definitely going to be a threat for you, like huge threat. You also need to be like 10 times more aware. You can't just like be focused on loot like you would in pubs, you know? You have to like constantly look around. So your two biggest threats, your threat so far is the fact that you are a two-man. People are contesting you. That's one threat. People literally negative rotating you or just like going out of their way to push you guys since you're a duo. Because in their mind, they might be you might be free KP, you know, and you're putting yourself at the center of the map. So there's a lot of people that could just kind of like ape your way who are zone, and then also zone teams. Like, let's say if the ring pulls this way, it's going to be a zone team issue. I think one of the biggest common mistakes that I see people make when it comes to edge playstyle, and you guys have made this. I don't think I talked about this in the previous video, actually, is that when you're doing edge and if you're playing edge, a lot of people think fighting equals close range. It's not. If you look at like a lot of really good players, um, like very few of the kills that they get are like full on 3v3s, and in this case, like 2v3s close range, right? So just kind of pull that out of your equation. In terms of guns, I would try to focus on burst mid range. I can't fucking spell. It's my job. Burst mid range, and then obviously having a really good close range weapon that you're 100% confident in. The other thing is I talked about in the other video that I did. Obviously, it's not available anymore. It's available like on your other live stream because you were watching it. Try to avoid zipline fights. I know it works for pubs, but like most teams just try to bunker up like with a Watson or somebody. Okay, so we have cash here. Okay, so macro threats, right? Two biggest macro threats. Marco, macro. Two biggest macro threats on the map are literally chokes, choke points, and height. In this case, it's going to be both, right? So choke, height, right? They can see you. You're physically not looking, like you're looking at your goal, right? But again, so yeah, this is just a general comp thing, but I think like you need to be 10 times more vigilant in the downtime. Okay, so one thing is like a cache here on the map. If you see a cache on the map, you just need to like quadruple the radius or just assume the entire radius around that cache is a threat zone, right? You need to be like your awareness needs to be like 100 times more aware, right? One of the biggest issues that I see in competitive Apex Legends and just like Apex Legends in general is that if you're not getting shot at, people people's awareness goes down, right? That's stupid. Like when you have no information, you need to be 10 times more aware than you were if you did have information. Right now, you have no information. So you have to be like 10 times more physically aware that there is a possibility that there's going to be people here at this cache, that the survey team might be rotating this way, especially since they know that you're like landing mid, right? They know that you're not going to be a threat and they deny this for you. Like the fact that you're not physically looking, like awareness comes from where you physically look with your eyes, right? Like this shit matters. Okay. Awareness isn't always about like being big brain and shit. It's mostly just like where you fucking look. So threat here, threat here, threat here, threat here, and then anything around this motherfucker, huge threat, right? Like this is like the biggest threat for you. So they have height and they have this cache, which is like fucking annoying, right? So that's not good. Gruice is in the middle of looting. Like again, like your loot kind of matters, but like it doesn't matter as much as playing your life. So a big issue right there. Yeah, like you're crossing open space, and you're also taking the longest cross in the world. Like like your pathing on this is incredibly like foolish in my opinion, right? You're going straight for it, and then this is all open space, right? This is lack of like map awareness. Like I would have gone here even, and then like walk up here. You know, you need to be just like more aware, like physically aware, and just a bit more paranoid. Some people will disagree with me on like the pathing there, but it's fine. Like I'm just like way more paranoid than most people are. Just do whatever works. But yeah, again, just be 10 times more aware about that Evo cache. Like huge issue I see in comp is just people not being like paranoid. That's that's really it. Like Rubik is still on um like is still looting, and I'm sure like I don't have comms on right now, but like I'm sure he's asking like are they pushing, that kind of a thing. Like that's a conversation you need to have because there's a very strong possibility that people will push you, right? Yeah, please pick that up. Yeah, I know you guys are a duo and you guys are like close range demons, but get mid range shit, you know? Like the cost of doing close range with you guys is so much higher than doing mid range. So try to keep that mid range like viable. So he grabs the cash because he has the most like horizontal mobility. That makes sense in my opinion. And Gruick should have been the first one to grab that cash, not you. Like I would grab a Sentinel, dude, instead of like a Havoc. Maybe you're saving up for a Nemesis. That makes sense. So again, people are gonna see your legend comp. They're like, oh, this is a duo. We can like this isn't a threat to us. Yes. Gruick is like 5 miles away from you, which is not good. Gruick, terrible. Not good. Look how far you are. You are out of line of sight on your enemy. If somebody's ratting in here, which is a threat, by the way, chokes and height. This is a huge threat. If somebody is ratting in here, you're fucked. You're not even thinking of the possibility of people ratting in you. That's a lack of experience. Sensors. Let's see where you physically look. Okay, that's good. You're anticipating beforehand, and you're not relying on Gruick. I get that, like, you're trying to get the vault and shit, but there is a strong possibility of people ratting you and getting that vault as well. Because what is it? Survey camp? Not survey, but what's it called? Staging can also get the vault key and come this way. So that's also a threat. People can come this way. I don't know, getting a call. I gotta end my stream.